I go out there and I shut down. A minute into the set, I shut down. I'm looking around, I'm looking at the band, then I'm like, should I turn to Jimmy and say, could we do this over again?
You end up eventually getting asked by Andrew Dice Clay to open for him. I believe up until that point, you always felt like you were kind of a step behind your peers. And he made the comment to you to be patient and wait your turn. Looking back on that now, how do you view that?
Yeah, he was right. He said, don't look at anybody else's success because everybody has their own path. And the only thing you could control is your writing comedy and being as funny as you possibly can. And at the time, it's hard to do that. It's because, you see a buddy getting a development deal with a network, you see another guy touring comedy clubs, and I'm still, delivering chicken satays to Vanna White, so I'm like, when's my shot?
Busting your ass, but kind of no return.
Yeah, you're not getting the dividends from your hard work. So, and it did. It was a slow burn for me. It was just a gradual build. You go to a comedy club on a Wednesday night in Addison, Texas, and there's 12 people there. And then, the next time you go back, there's 24, and then there's 36. It's like, it was like a slow build. It didn't have a TV show or anything filmed to really kind of make me popular. So my road was the long road, and it worked out because I just became a better comedian. I wasn't ready when I thought I was ready.
So you're opening for Andrew Dice Clay, and you're getting heckled on stage. You abruptly leave early. His reaction and what you learned from that experience.
So his crowd wants to see him. They don't want to see, an opener. That night they didn't want to. And I was dying. And I was flustered, and I bailed early. I think I had a 15-minute set. Maybe I got off at 11 minutes, and he was very upset. He sets himself up, so if he knows I'm doing 15 minutes, he's getting ready. And I don't know this at the point, because I've never headlined a show. I've never done what he has done. So I threw him off his routine, Now he's got to get on earlier than anticipated. So I learned, again, from that. He told me, when you have a time, you do the time. And however you're going to get through that, you get through it. If it's, staying out there and just taking the heat, take the heat. If it's that dipping into crowd work, you kind of have to win them over. And again, these are the things that putting time in, whatever you do in life, whether it be you're a comedian, owner of a company, or what have you, you have to go through this kind of these lessons you learn, whether it be someone wanting to fight you in the audience, or a heckler, or I had a cat run up the drape at the Palms Hotel. A cat ran up I don't know where this cat came from, and he ran up the back of the drape, and people were kind of, so it's like, you got to learn how to handle that in the moment, and that just comes with experience and different situations you find yourself in.
So you called it the night you the bed on Fallon. You said you went blank mid-set for 13 seconds. What do you remember from that moment, and how do you avoid letting that break you?
So that night, I had a lot of people backstage. I had my wife, I had my mom, my mother-in-law, my management, my publicist, just a lot going on backstage. And it was a 4.5-minute set. I knew this set, or at least I thought I knew this set, but I was entertaining. Here we go back to the hospitality. I'm making sure everybody else is okay and neglecting myself. I go out there and I shut down. A minute into the set, I shut down. I'm looking around, I'm looking at the band. Then I'm like, should I turn to Jimmy and say, could we do this over again? But I didn't know if I even could do that. So I don't know, I snapped back out of it, and then I picked up where I left off. I went to the desk, I told him I'm so sorry. He goes, don't worry about it, it happens all the time, we'll cut it out. And from there on, I'm like, I need to concentrate on what I'm here to do. I can't be distracted by anything else. So it was a lesson for me, so much so the next time I went on Fallon, the part they cut out, I told him to play for the audience so they could see what had happened.
This is my father, right? I've been working, I've been, nobody works like me.
I'm like, this would be kind of a cool thing to show people that it's not all like fantastic. You see TV shows or movies or whatnot, and you don't see the mistakes. Sometimes it's good to see a mistake to let people know that it's not all like, it doesn't always run perfect.
So what were the steps then from that point forward you took to kind of cut out the distractions?
I just kind of quiet down about 5 minutes. I go in my dressing room. I play. I record all my sets, so I just play them on my iPhone. I listen to some of the material. It could be from a show in 2016. I'll play.
Why?
There might be something in there, and I have so many. There might be something in there that spawns an idea that happened to me 8 years ago on stage. I might have a totally different take on it, so I might play around with that idea. So I listen to comedy. I just get myself in the comedic state just by listening to my own material. No one really bothers me, and then I feel like I'm set to go on there.